am so excited about our next guest on the show. Y'all, please welcome actor, musician, and book author, one of my favorite artists, Jeezy.
What up, Joe? Top of the top, baby. Top of the top.
Man, what
Top
up,
of
boy?
the top. Hey, man, I ain't doing no complaining, baby. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. We happy to have you back on the show this morning, and congratulations on your new book,
Thank you, sir.
Adversity for Sale. You gotta believe.
gotta do it.
Tell us about the title and your inspiration for your book, man. Good to see you, man.
For sure, likewise, my brother. It was basically, if you've been following my career, I've always been pouring back into the culture, whatever knowledge or whatever I learned. And, as I started to, just go on my journey of healing and understanding what was going on with me, I just was inspired to write a book. And the reason why I called it Adversity for Sale, because I think a lot of the times people just see the finished product. And they see you out shining, they see you out doing your thing, and they think they one step away from that. But they don't know you've lost hundreds of times, you know what I'm saying, if not thousands. And I feel like everybody should know that, especially people trying to get to the next level, because a lot of times when people fail, they just give up. They stop, and they just settle for their circumstances. And I feel like, as a culture leader, it's important that I pour back into the culture and let them understand, like, bro, sometimes you got to fail your way into success, and it might come
right
when you least expect it. And also, as you're on your journey to success, you got to know you can look like you in your best light and can be doing your worst. Because I was selling millions of records and I wanted to jump off a building.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So, I think that's just important to know.
Right. Well, now in your book, Jeezy, you said the streets thought I was changing.
Yeah.
The mainstream had painted me as a villain. What did you mean by this? And were you having to leave some people from your past behind in order to continue with your success?
Well, I don't even think that meant that. I feel like I was doing something that I felt that was right. You know what I'm saying? Because I was having my first taste of success. And then you look on CNN and they banning your T-shirts. I mean, you know what I mean? You just like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? So it was just confusing. And at the same time, it just made me rebellious. You know what I'm saying? So I put it in the music. And again, you know what I'm saying? You on top of the world, but the world really on top of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just really going through that moment of time where I was just really trying to, just figure out what my next move was.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it was, at that time, that's when the street started to catch up with me. So I really had no choice but to continue going. You know what I'm saying? Because if I stopped, we probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd probably be sitting down, literally.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, Jeezy, you've been doing your thing for a long time. And to be in the business as long as you've been, it not only requires talent, but also resilience. You talk about financial misfortunes, losing friends, business partners, losing your voice. What would you say was that one point, your lowest point, where you had to trust your faith and keep pushing past adversity?
Wow. I mean, losing my voice was a big one. I didn't have insurance. I was embarrassed about that because here I am, this guy who's, out here doing stadiums, and I don't got insurance. So that was a big one.
Wow.
And around that time, when I lost my voice, we didn't know if I was going to sound the same. So imagine you coming out of the streets, and you got this sound that everybody loved, and now you don't know if you're going to be able to do what you was born to do.
Right.
So that was a dark time for me, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely put me in a place where I was leaning towards my vices, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just trying to cope. And I would say that was a dark time. I would also say that I want to make sure I say this right because I said it wrong last time. I got I don't know what happened. I got Bell palsy, and my face was
like
crooked.
paralyzed.
Yeah, my face was paralyzed, and this was right after I finally got my voice back. Right, right, and it was like one of the things that I learned from that was I wasn't taking care of myself. Like my diet was Cristal and Waffle House.
Right.
I wasn't drinking water. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't working out, and my body just let me know, bro. You got to sit down. So imagine that you're on fire. You know what I'm saying? You got shows booked around the world, and you can't even go do them. So now I'm canceling shows. But the real part was that I didn't know if my face was going to
come back.
That was the scary part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Girls don't like a guy with a crooked face. It don't work.
Makes you have money.
Right. That's a little rough sometimes too, though.
What was the thing that, what helped you from, kept you from like just losing hope with all of that going on?
I just felt like I ain't had no choice. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no turning back. I had already turned my back, on what I knew and that was another hard time as well. I don't think a lot of people understand, like, when you're a street guy and you have a reputation and you've done well for yourself in the streets and you have a name, it's kind of hard to turn your back on that and then go into something else where you're no one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You walking in the game, it's Luda, it's T.I., it's Andre 3000.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't even have a skill set.
It's like an identity crisis a little bit.
1,000%.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Imposter syndrome. 1,000%. Yeah, I was, man. It was real.
And and it's nice that you're saying all this, admitting all this stuff, because this is what people don't realize. You can't believe everything you see for the most part.
Right.
Because, a person look like they living a certain lifestyle and stuff, honey, and you follow them home, baby, and they're eating out of a can.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's interesting. But now, the last time you were here, Jeezy, since the last time you were here, you got married.
Yes, sir.
Since the last time you become
Yes, sir.
a father now. So how does it feel becoming a father again?
For me, it just, is really patience. You know what I'm saying? It's taught me a lot of patience, and understanding, and it's different when you're established. Because I was running, you feel me?
Yes,
congratulations to you too, by the way.
Thank you so much. And
yeah,
congratulations to you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
It taught me a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? Understanding, and also just helped me see the world different. I got different things that I value now. So, when you're having these conversations and you think about where you came from and where you're at in life, you see what really matters. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the game that we in, because a lot of these young guys don't even live to see that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To even get that experience. So that's why I'm pushing the issue. I'm like, nah, man, it's a whole nother life. I get the money. We all want that.
That's right.
But you still got to be able to live.
Yeah.
You know
To
what I'm
enjoy
saying?
it.
Enjoy it. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna take some phone calls. Hey, Jeezy, last time I just saw you in person, me and my son Brandon was having lunch at this restaurant in Phipps Plaza, and you was sitting there with your son.
Oh,
and
yeah,
me and my
yeah.
son was walking out, and we
Yeah.
just strolled over there to the table, and you dapped us up. And
Yes,
my son was a huge fan of yours. And we got in the car. He was just hype, man. Yeah, Jesus, I said, calm down, shout it, calm down. You good? No, man. Thank you for being so nice, man. And Lord Jesus, the first time I ever heard that song, I used to have nothing,
Yeah.
And man, when you got to that lyric about sleeping on your grandmama's couch, that was when me,
yeah.
you, and Ice Cube did that show outside in Miami.
Yes, sir.
And man, me and Rock T, you was with me.
Yes,
man,
sir.
We were standing on the side of the stage when you got to that one lyric about sleeping on your grandmama's couch, man.
Yes.
I literally had tears.
Wow.
I broke down and started crying because I'm like, man, I felt all of that. All of that. I can't tell you how many nights I slept on my grandmama's couch, man. It's like you told my story, man. So that's like one of my
brother.
favorite songs. Man, I just love you and appreciate you, man. And every time we hear your music, especially like when you go to Birmingham, like everybody like Birmingham. Birmingham is like they love Young Jeezy and Master P for sure.
For real.
That's a little Birmingham.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You, Master P, and 8 Ball and MJG, y'all. We got more Young Jeezy.
Yes,
More
sir.
Young Jeezy coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
We got Young Jeezy still in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hey, look, man, we're going to go to the phone, man, because, bro, you got millions of fans that love your music just like I do. Hey, let's go to the phones. You're on Young Jeezy. Good morning.
Hey, my name is Vivian. I'm from Florida, in Orlando. And I have a question for Jeezy. If you have somebody that you know trying to transition from the street life to something legit, what's the best way to go about that, or how can you speak life into them?
It's a great question. First of all, good morning. My first thought would be support. You know what I'm saying? Because as you transition, and a lot of people around you they're not gonna understand that, right? And support was the biggest thing that I was looking for while I was transitioning, because it's so much uncertainty there. So just support, just look out for him, get him some books, get him that adversity for sale, talk to him. And be his backbone.
There it is. Aren't you on Young Jeezy? Good morning.
Ray Sean Williams, Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, Jeezy, what's your opinion on the identity of hip-hop nowadays?
I really don't have an opinion, man. I just feel like, hip-hop is hip-hop. We celebrating 50 years of something great.
Yes.
And it's changed a lot of our lives, you know what I'm saying? It saved my life.
Mine
so
too.
you feel me? So I just got a respect for it. And you got to just let hip-hop go where it's going and continue to, to reach back and do your part. But, hip-hop is the unspoken language. So you got to let art be art.
That's right.
You got to let people tell their story.
Absolutely. Aren't you on Young Jeezy? Good morning.
My name is Crystal from South Carolina. Hey, Jeezy, I wanted to know what inspired you to write the book.
Right. Good morning. What inspired me to write the book was I felt like somebody gave me a book about 5-6 years ago, Think and Grow Rich. And it just changed my whole, just my whole mindset. And I always thought, what could I do when I ever got to that point to give back to the culture? I said, well, maybe I can tell them my story, And that was the reason why I wrote the book. Because I want to tell my story to give back.
Absolutely. You're on with Young Jeezy. Good morning.
Jeezy, I want to know if you would consider coming out of retirement. This is Laura from Houston, Texas, at the University Postal System.
Yeah, I'm out of retirement, baby.
I'm here.
I'm out of retirement. Just now you can check me out on the audio book.
Okay.
And you can hear me there. But this is who I am. This is what God gave me and He wanted me to be. So, I'm gonna do it until I just can't no more.
Right.
So in any form or fashion, you're gonna hear from your man.
I know that's
Believe that.
right.
Hey, man, we just want to say that we're proud of you, man, and thank you so much for coming on the show. Make sure y'all get his brand new book, Adversity, for sale.
Yes.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe. And I gotta give my sister her props while I'm here. I was just telling Brat offline that she was my motivation when I was growing up. I was listening to I'm gonna give it to you every morning before school. She was definitely in my playlist. So shout out to you, sis.
I thank you so much
For sure.
that.
And also, real quick, Jeezy, while we have you here,
Yes.
we talk a lot about men and depression and mental health, and you
Yes.
talked about your health scare.
Yeah.
And we're looking at you right now. Your skin looks amazing. You look
Thank
like you
you.
deep conditioned
Not
your
one
beard. What is your health routine
beard is
now?
bearded.
I know the beard is bearding.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah. What's your routine?
I just take care of myself. I get up early. I do. I meditate.
Yes.
I take time to reflect. I journal. I know it sounds crazy, but like I'm an artist.
Right.
So
You're
I
a
have
writer.
to. Yeah, I'm a writer. So I have to get in tune with what I got going on. And I just, for the most part, I try to do everything in my power to keep my peace. And that's the biggest part.
I have to ask you, the married life, man. Like how did that change your life? Just being married. You know what I'm saying?
Just having a partner. The
Right.
it's
Amen to that.
having another you. And
Change
somebody to have
everything.
your back and to support you, and just somebody you could trade, ideas in life with.
Ooh, Jesus.
It get real because you just don't want to be successful, just you.
That's right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Ain't no fun in that. And
You
especially
hear
when
that? I'm glad you came on the show this morning. Gary, did you hear that? We talk about how he take care of the bump. He ain't got no bumps in his face. And then the man get up and meditate. He get up on time every morning.
I'm up 5 a.m. like clockwork.
Right.
Every
Right.
morning.
I hope that you motivate Gary. I hope that Gary with the T read your
Gary,
book.
read
Did
the
you hear
book.
what he
Read
just
the book,
said?
Gary.
I'm reading the book,
Jesus, this ain't even about your book. We wanted you to come in to motivate Gary. We tired of him. He bringing all of us down, Jesus.
He's got it.
I'm gonna be like Jesus, honey, and get some dirt and spit in it and just make my mate, honey. So,
Oh wow.
Okay, that's all it takes.
All right.
Wow.
Well, you know what, Ricky? You talked about married life. I think it's really, my mom is half Asian, and I think it's dope that there's an Asian woman with the last name Jenkins.
Yeah.
So I think
dope,
that's
right?
really dope.
So your mother's half Asian?
She's half, well, I'm half Asian. My mother's
That's
all
dope.
Asian.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Jesus,
Would you
50
say
years
Maria
of
Billie
hip-hop.
Jean? Would you say
half Philippine, half
Not
Billie
Billie
Jean.
Jean.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you, Jeezy? 50 years of hip hop. What's up?
Come on,
what
love
you
it.
think
I
about that?
just feel like it's evolved in so many ways, and hip hop is everything.
That's
it's
right.
culture. It saved my life. But also hip hop is business. Like we don't got no boundaries anymore. Like we don't have to
no limits.
Stay in, you know, you got
a box.
You got entrepreneurs, authors, tech people, like, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do nothing without culture. I don't care what it is, fashion, art, whatever. And hip hop is the cornerstone of that, and I love to see it. And 50 years is so young.
What?
It's young.
Yeah.
So imagine when it's 75.
That's right.
You feel me?
Oh, Lord.
Why you say that, Gary?
Right.
I can't imagine.
The song's gonna be 30 seconds because they're only 2 minutes now.
Damn. Who's your favorite hip hop artist, Gary?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we in your face.
That's the politically
That's the
correct
safe
thing to say.
Damn,
the
he
safe
don't know
Diana Ross.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
RuPaul.
That's my people. I make no error.
You ain't gonna be doing the death drop to no hip hop song. You ain't gonna do. You gonna do that to hip hop. Jesus, let everybody know how they gonna follow you.
Right. Hey, you know what it is? I'm at Jeezy. Adversity for Sale is out now. My first published memoir, motivational memoir. Everywhere books are sold, Amazon Music, Audible, and all that. And just so you know, I did the audio version myself. So when you listen to the book on Audibles, you hear your boy's voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ricky, he signed all our book for us. So what I want to do, I want to present him this bottle of milk that I just pumped. I'm gonna autograph this for you, okay?
Okay,
this
cool.
This is a personal of Brad's milk.
That
fresh.
looks like a lot too. So you doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm doing good over there.
Brad, you be on.
She ain't gonna eat that milk.
Hey, Jesus, she be sitting up here doing the morning show. I be trying not to look out of the corner of my eye watching her pump milk, but I be trying not to look. I be trying to be respectful.
Right. She showed me the picture.
I showed Gary, he got jumped out his chair.
Hey, Jesus,
He ain't never seen a boob.
Hey, Jesus, I have to be like, Brad is my sister. Brad is my sister. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look.
Let me tell you now, Brad back then, boy, they was trying to get at her.
Man,
They was trying to get at her.
All right, man. Hey, man, we love you, man.
Love
Thank
you too,
so
brother.
much
Y'all
for
stay
coming.
up. I appreciate all the love. Gary, read the book, man. You got it from me, baby.
I'm definitely.
You got it. Motivation.
Yeah.
He need. Yeah. When you can man up. I'm glad. Thank you for coming by to motivating Gary. Just to be a better person. I hope, we brought you on here just to lift Gary up. That's what it's all about. That's the motive. Y'all give it up and show your love right now for young Jeezy.
Yes, sir.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.